Good Friday evening, December 20th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A 32-year-old man from the Mae Valley area outside Moses Lake is in custody for allegedly possessing child sexual abuse material. Chelan County PUD commissioners say they'll set out to finalize a 50-year strategy in 2025. Rain is in the forecast for the first day of winter tomorrow and right through the weekend. I'll have more on that, plus your Christmas weather forecast coming up. The 19-year-old Kent man accused of fleeing from the Washington State Patrol while driving a stolen SUV is now criminally charged in 2 counties. Prosecutors in both Chelan and Douglas County filed a total of 8 criminal counts yesterday against Stephen Demore Thomas Jr., including vehicle theft, theft of a firearm, unlawful weapon possession, and failure to obey police. Thomas allegedly tried to escape from a traffic stop Monday near the Big Y intersection of Highway 2 and Highway 97. The stolen vehicle, a Lincoln MKX, eventually crashed into the southbound ditch on 97, and the driver ran on foot before being caught. Inside the vehicle, police say they found a rifle and 2 handguns, one of which had been stolen from an East Wenatchee household that day, along with the SUV itself and some jewelry. Thomas remained held in the Chelan County Jail today on a combined $30,000 bond. A 32-year-old man from the Mae Valley area outside Moses Lake is in custody for allegedly possessing child sexual abuse material. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said it arrested Maxwell S. Homer this morning after an investigation into the online child pornography he's viewed over the last 10 months. In tandem with the arrest, authorities served a search warrant at Homer's residence in the 3000 block of Road F Northeast. He was housed today in the Grant County Jail. Police say they'll seek charges against Homer, including 5 counts of sharing child sexual abuse images and 2 counts of first-degree voyeurism. Grant County detectives were assisted by the Washington State Patrol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and other agencies. Wenatchee Valley food banks have seen a sizable increase in need as 2024 draws to a close. Dan Mallman with Serve Wenatchee Valley says this year his charitable outreach group has distributed about 121,000 pounds of food to those facing hunger, about a 60% increase since 2022. The Chelan Douglas Community Action Council is serving almost 2 million pounds of food this year, a similar increase since 2023. Upper Valley Mend in Leavenworth served more than 1,200 households in 2024. That's compared to about 980 last year. Managers attribute much of the need to higher food costs at the supermarket, as well as declining food stamp benefits after the surges of the pandemic. 2 Wenatchee Valley residents and cousins helped decorate the White House earlier this month. Kenroy Elementary School teacher Natalie Hoback-Noyd and Carrie Hammond of the Chelan Douglas County Health District were selected among 300 volunteers to help out in Washington, D.C. According to NCWLIFE media partner The Wenatchee World, both women appeared on HGTV, and Hoback-Noyd was interviewed several times about her students. Kenroy was one of only 4 schools in the nation selected to decorate ornaments for the trees in the White House. The pair's families were also able to join them in D.C. after Senator Patty Murray helped arrange tickets for their families to get tours of the White House. When we come back, the media company that owns both NCWLIFE and the Wenatchee World will have a new CEO, and Washington once again leads U.S. states in fostering bicycling and systems that support it, earning the top spot for 2024 in the annual Bicycle-Friendly State Rankings. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant, they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
Let's go to Hawaii for the holidays.
Here's an easier idea. Enjoy Abby's classic Big Hawaiian Pizza this December. This delicious tropical and giant pizza is at a special holiday price. And when you gift an Abby's gift card, we'll give you a present too.
Who does Springwater Insurance Group work for? Well, we work for you. Now, some of you think we work for Medicare insurance plans. No, we work for you and your Medicare needs. Now, we are independent agents, and this allows us to teach you about all your plan choices. Now, once we find the most suitable health and drug plan for this new year, we then assist you with your enrollment. We also take it a step further. We provide local, face-to-face customer service at one of our local offices. We provide this service because it's what you want.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Chelan County PUD commissioners say they'll set out to finalize a 50-year strategy in 2025. The guiding document is known as Imagine 2075, and it draws on input from 1,700 customer owners who answered a PUD survey over the summer. Commissioners reviewed the latest draft of the strategy on Monday. Imagine 2075 emphasizes long-range investment, sustainability, and community partnerships over the next half-century. It also embraces a new mission statement: provide essential services to empower the community. The Board of Commissioners plans further work in the new year before the full strategic plan is adopted. The media company that owns both NCWLIFE and the Wenatchee World will have a new CEO. Josh O'Connor, currently Senior Vice President of Carpenter Media, has been named to lead WIC Communications, which acquired NCWLIFE in October. He was previously president of Sound Publishing and publisher of the Everett Daily Herald newspaper. O'Connor takes over the helm of the family-owned Arizona company from current CEO Francis Wick, who announced in August that he would step down. He'll remain in a leadership role until O'Connor joins the company in February. Washington once again leads U.S. states in fostering bicycling and systems that support it, earning the top spot for 2024 in the annual Bicycle-Friendly State Rankings from the League of American Bicyclists. The competitive ranking program evaluates states based on their commitments to bicycling across multiple categories. Washington has taken the program's top spot for all but 1 year since it launched in 2008. The advocacy group highlighted Washington's statewide school-based bicycle education program as a national model. State Secretary of Transportation Roger Miller said, quote, "We're all committed to providing transportation choices for all users of the system." Coming up next, we will introduce you to the new director of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society in tonight's feature story. Get ready for a wet weekend. I'll also tell you what we can expect heading into Christmas week coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Save up to $1,000 on hot spring spas or buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. Why shop anywhere else? Central Washington Water. They service what they sell.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
B.J. Anderson, a former chief of the Willamette Humane Society, was hired in October as the new director of the Humane Society for the Wenatchee Valley. Anderson spoke this week with NCWLIFE's Stan Kuntz. In tonight's feature story, she says this wasn't the first time she considered joining Wenatchee's Animal Welfare Agency, but now she's ready to build on the work of previous directors, including Don Davies.
I've always admired what Dawn had built here. I knew her as a colleague while she was going through the Capitol campaign and building the beautiful spay-neuter clinic that we have, the veterinary clinic, and developing the programs that serve the community. So I thought this would be a really good fit. And in the research, looking at where the organization was, I realized it had been through some turmoil with some leadership changes. And that was actually probably kind of a right fit for me with the experience that I have in the field and the leadership that I have to be able to come in and settle in here and help the organization kind of stabilize again and be doing the, industry leading work that it's known for. And also, as I help the organization and the community in that way, also developing a succession plan for the next up-and-coming leader who's going to hopefully take over when I'm done here, because that's an important part of the job right from the beginning, is making sure that we've got a smoother transition when I'm done. I will say in the community as well, what I'm hearing everywhere I go is so much respect for the organization and a real desire for the organization to be thriving and successful, and just a lot of goodwill in the community.
Why animals? At what point when you were growing up as a little girl or whenever, you said, I think I want to work with animals when I grow up? Was that part of the equation? Or did you stumble into it?
Well, yes and yes.
Yeah.
So I was born animal focused, and horse crazy from birth. Even though I grew up in Portland and my family wasn't into horses. So yeah, when you're a kid and people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would say I was probably maybe 10 or something, 9 or 10. And I'd say, I want to be a police officer in New York City. And people their jaw would just drop, like, what? Why? To me, in my childhood, that was the only career I knew of that was on horseback. Oh. There were mounted police in New York City. I saw them on the news. I saw them on TV. So I'm like, I want to be a police officer in New York City. So interestingly, I ended up with a degree in equestrian studies, and I spent most of the 80s taking care of the San Francisco mounted police horses as a stable attendant.
Wow.
So in a weird way, I accomplished that goal. And then I was done. I had like a midlife crisis in my 20s and was like, all right, now what? And some crazy circular paths took me to a lot of different places. I actually spent a year doing environmental restoration in Clark County, Washington for AmeriCorps. So got to plant a bunch of native plants along the Salmon Creek watershed. And it's been incredible to go back. I can't even recognize the sites that we worked on because they've grown up and filled in. And that gave me a lot of just a really rewarding experience.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Friday and a great week as we head into the final weekend before Christmas next week. And we had some clouds out there today and a beautiful shot from our tower camera this afternoon outside our weather window. And this was Lake Wenatchee. Here is the lake right below that deck of clouds. And of course, you can see Kaler Glen Golf Course. A very cool shot from up in Lake Wenatchee area this afternoon. as we head into this weekend, get ready for a wet one. As we get into Saturday, we're seeing the clouds today because of a storm system moving in that will affect us on Saturday. Widespread light rain throughout the lower elevations, maybe some snow in the passes. Just watch your weather reports if you are traveling for Christmas this weekend. And the same goes for Sunday. We will see some light rain, also some light snow in the Cascades. Cloudy, and our temperatures, that's the good news out of all this. The minimum, we're going to be about 40 degrees, in some locations even higher than that. Today, not quite 40, but unofficially 38 degrees in the Wenatchee Valley. 32 is our normal high temperature. Just 4 years ago, our record high, beautiful 51 degrees in 2020. We started off at 31, and remember, that should be about our normal high for this time of year, so we're very mild overnight. 24 should be our normal low temperature. Our record cold, 7 below zero, and that was set in 2008. Sunrise 7:45 this morning, and it's set this afternoon at 4:12. All right, getting you into that forecast for Saturday, our first day of winter tomorrow. And look at these temperatures. Lots of 40s on the map for our first day of winter, including the Columbia Basin, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy, and then Wenatchee, all up Highway 97. Omak a touch warmer, possibly at 41, and then basically upper 30s for Leavenworth and for Cashmere tomorrow. Yeah, remember, shortest day of the year tomorrow. As we get you into tonight, partly cloudy skies. We will see mild overnight lows, considering our normal high is 32. We're going to be in the mid-30s for overnight lows tonight, but you can see this storm system slowly moving our direction. And on Saturday, our first day of winter, we will see cloudy skies, and this system will bring the first wave of moisture. It's connected to a low up in British Columbia, and there you have it. Widespread rain for tomorrow. High temperatures on the mild side, though, right around 40 degrees. On Sunday, I think this will be actually our wettest day. A 90% chance that we'll see some rain as our low shifts to the north and drags some tropical moisture our way. We'll see high temperatures on Sunday, just a shade cooler into the upper 30s, and then kicking off your Christmas week on Monday, there's the next area of storminess that's moving on the coast. We'll see some clouds during the day, but as we get into our evening hours, that's when we will see that 80% chance of rain. Daytime highs on Monday, again right around 40. And then for Christmas Eve, notice high pressure down in the Pacific. That's going to bring us a little ridge of high pressure on Christmas Eve, so just some clouds. I think we'll be dry on Tuesday with high temperatures, not bad at all, into those low 40s on Tuesday. And then for your Christmas Day, there is that storm system again rearing its ugly head. We will see lots of clouds, showers throughout the day, maybe even some rain and snow showers mixed in on Christmas Day. We'll see about that with high temperatures around 40. And then by the time we get into Thursday, Canada's Boxing Day on Thursday. Here's our morning forecast, a 70% chance of rain, just mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, and still mild with high temperatures Thursday right around 40 degrees. All right, your 7-day forecast, 34 overnight tonight, and then our rainy period from Saturday right through Monday. We'll see high temperatures upper 30s to around 40, and anywhere from an 80 to 90% chance of rain. Some drying happens on Christmas Eve for Tuesday and 41, and then back to the rain showers on Wednesday for Christmas Day and into Thursday with high temperatures both of those days right around 40 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Happy finally Friday. Seattle Kraken were listless in a loss at Chicago last night. The Blackhawks scored 2 goals before the Kraken got off the deck. Riker Evans found the back of the net for Seattle. The lone goal of the night. Joey DeCord tried. Stopped 21-24. Kraken continue the road trip tomorrow in Vegas against the Golden Knights. That'll be at 7 o'clock on Kong TV. Washington State women came away with a win in college basketball last night, while Gonzaga came up short. Tara Wallach had 13 points, while Eleonora Vila scored 12 in the Cougars' 65-42 win over San Diego. Yvonne Agim was the only Bulldog in double figures. Gonzaga fell to San Francisco 73-58. Eastern is home tonight against UC Santa Barbara. That's on ESPN+. Haley Van Lith leads 12th-ranked TCU into UCF tomorrow morning. That's at 11 o'clock on ESPN+. Gonzaga visits San Diego tomorrow at 2, also on ESPN+. Washington State men play at Northern Iowa tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Eastern men host Lincoln University at 2 on ESPN+. 13th rated Gonzaga hosts Bucknell tomorrow at 6. That's also on the Plus of ESPN. Seattle Seahawks play their final regular season home game Sunday against Minnesota. Vikings are on a roll, 12-2. Seahawks coming off an embarrassing loss to the Packers. The game kicks off at Lumen Field Sunday afternoon at 1:05. It'll be on Fox. Rest of the NFC away from home Sunday with Arizona at Carolina, 10 a.m. Fox is the place to watch it. Rams visit the Jets at 10 on CBS. San Francisco is at Miami at 1:25. That will be on CBS. First ever 12-team college football playoff begins the first rounds this weekend. The first of which tonight, South Bend, Indiana, where the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame host Indiana. That's on ABC. SMU visits Penn State tomorrow morning at 9 on TNT. That's followed by Clemson in Texas. Final first round game is tomorrow night at 5 when Ohio State hosts Tennessee on ABC. Eastmont girls basketball team picked up their first win of the season last night over visiting Wenatchee. 68-2, make that 68-12 was the final score. Wenatchee got off to a good start, led midway through the first quarter, but it was all Eastmont after that. Wildcats got 10 players in the scorebook, led by 15 points from Giselle Hoven and 12 from Bella Otterstetter. Grant Olson caught up with our player of the game afterwards.
Giselle, 15 points tonight. Great effort.
Thank you so much.
And you know, you guys definitely dominated the glass against the Panthers. Was that something you were concentrating on before the game, winning the rebound battle?
Yeah, I think we've struggled with finishing a lot, and we've been working on that a lot. And I think we really executed it today.
So you're a freshman. This is your first taste of the Bridge of Sportsmanship game. What was it like preparing for this? And then once you were in the game, how was it?
I think preparing, I just did AAU, so a lot of basketball, and I think it was just fun working with all the girls, and then the hard work paid off in practice when we go into games, and it's such a nice team to play with and be surrounded with all the time.
If you missed the stream last night, you can watch Eastmont and Wenatchee tonight at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE channel. Other scores from last night saw Lakeside 9 Mile Falls top Omak. Odessa beat Bridgeport. Liberty Bell stopped Manson. Lake Roosevelt rolled Moses Lake Christian. Republic beat Soap Lake. Eastmont boys also victorious last night over their Cross River rivals. Yeah, the game turned into a foul fest. 35 fouls called, 41 free throws attempted. Eastmont outscored Wenatchee 17-13 from the charity stripe for the 50-37 win. Tice Llewellyn led the Wildcats with 11 points, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Grant Olson caught up with the NCWLIFE player of the game, Jackson Kenyon, as well as coach Wade Knowles afterwards.
8 points on the night, but Jackson, you did so much more. A ton of steals. You were tough on the boards. Great effort tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot. Coach Knowles always has us work on defense every day, so it's a lot of being in the right spot and my teammates telling me where I'm at.
And it seemed that you out-hustled the Panthers to a lot of the dead balls and loose balls tonight. Was that an emphasis during practice this week? Hustle, you got back on defense, and that seemed to be a big plus for you guys tonight.
Yeah, well, that's always an emphasis with Coach Knowles, but players got to know their role, and my role is a lot of 3-and-D, get back, get steals, get hustle plays, stuff like that.
We're going to be outsized most of the year, so I tell the kids all the time, we got to limit opponents to one shot. They got a few more offensive rebounds than I like, but we hustled, and we have to create turnovers for our offense because we still struggle offensively a little bit. So Balls on the floor, we need to get on the floor. So I'm proud of the kids.
So how does it feel to get this first Bridge of Sportsmanship game under your belt?
Oh, it's awesome. It's my first win here at Eastmont, and it's good to get this win, and I'm happy for the kids. They played their hearts out tonight.
The Eastmont versus Wenatchee boys game will be televised tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock right here. In other action last night, Bridgeport beat up Garden City Academy. Liberty Bell topped Manson. Omak fell to Lakeside 9 Mile Falls. Thorpe down to Freda. Republic got by Soap Lake. Moses Lake Christian beat Odessa. Here's the schedule in girls play for tonight. Napavine visits Okanagan. Etiat hosts Curlew. Ephrata visits Quincy in the Battle of the Basin. Kashmir hosts Natchez Valley. Cascade visits Chelan. Oroville welcomes Wilson Creek. Nia Bay takes on Pateris and Waterville. Colville hosts Tenasket at 7:15. Brewster entertains Rainier tonight at 7:30. Boys play tonight. Tenasket travels to Colville. Okanagan hosts Napavine. Adna visits Brewster. Etiat hosts Curlew. Chelan takes on Cascade. Ephrata plays at Quincy at 7. Kashmir hosts Natchez Valley at 7:15. Nia Bay and Manson face off in Waterville tonight at 7:30. Wilson Creek visits Oroville at 7:30 as well. All right, big breath. Coming up tomorrow, it gets underway at noon for the girls. Napavine at Brewster. Waterville Mansfield hosts Nia Bay. Rainier faces Okanagan in Brewster at 1:30. Moses Lake visits Ridgeline at 1:30. Cascade and Lake Roosevelt play in Waterville at 3. Wenatchee hosts Pasco at 3:30. Ephrata takes on Selah at 3:30, while Othello's in Quincy, and Manson hosts Kittitas. Royal visits Kashmir at 3:45. Oroville plays Republic at 4:30. On the boys' schedule tomorrow, gets underway at 10:30 in the morning. Yawn Fest. Brewster hosts Napavine. Nia Bay plays Lake Roosevelt at 1:30. Adna faces Okanagan in Brewster at 3. Moses Lake and Ridgeline boys tip at 3. Cascade plays at Waterville Mansfield at 4:30. Wenatchee hosts Pasco at 5. Kittitas visits Manson at 5, while Ephrata hosts Selah and Othello's in Quincy. Royal tips at Kashmir tomorrow afternoon at 5:15. 2 Big 9 and 1 CWAC wrestling matches were on the mats last night. Sunnyside blew the doors off Eastmont, winning 65-10. Moses Lake had no trouble with West Valley, winning at 59-9. Grandview edged Ephrata at 36-28. Several holiday tournaments dot the schedule tomorrow. ACH, Brewster, Chelan, Ephrata, Manson, Okanagan, several other teams in Oroville for their invite starting at 8 a.m. Eastmont joins a mess of wrestlers in Yakima for the Cadet Classic at 10. Moses Lake, Quincy, and Wenatchee are notable teams participating in the Othello invite. That is tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is a lot of sports. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great weekend.